Today we learned to multiply and divide using a letter to represent the unknown. Recall our application problem from today that I have here on the board. We represented how many canoes we needed to use with a question mark. We can use a letter to represent our unknown. So let's try the tape diagram again, this time labeling with a letter instead of a question mark. So our tape diagram is going to look the same. There are still going to be 3 people in each canoe. And there's still 24 people in all. But this time, instead of a question mark, I'm going to use the letter C for canoe. When I change the unknown to a letter, our equation then looks different. Instead of 3 times question mark equals 24, we would now have 3 times C is equal to 24. C is equal to 8. The people use 8 canoes. Is still our target sentence. You can see that changing the unknown to a letter, in this case C, does not change the result of our problem. Let's try again, but this time with a division problem. Our new problem says 21 students are grouped in threes to go on a field trip. How many groups of students are there? If we are figuring out how many groups, it is like solving for an unknown in a multiplication problem. To solve for an unknown factor, we must divide. So, first, let's decide what letter we would use for our unknown. Let's use G because it stands for groups. So we're going to start by writing the information we know. There are 21 students. There are 3 students in each group. And we're going to use the letter G to represent how many groups. My equation would look like this. 21 students divided by 3 is equal to the number of groups. I'm going to skip count to find my unknown this time. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm going to stop at 21 because that's how many students I have. So this will represent the equation. So I now know that G is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. Now my final step is to write my target sentence. There are 7 groups of students. Now you can see how to use a letter to represent our unknown.